a few years ago, I had no idea that DJing took so much skill. Okay, because I mean, you're really amazing at it, but there is a misconception about the skills that it takes to not only put together a set, but also in performing it. You know, people have a tendency to think you're just playing random joints in succession, you know, like it's just like a playlist and all that. But there's a lot of timing involved. You know, there's a lot of intuition. There's a lot of reading a room, you know, working the decks themselves. What do you think is the biggest misconception about the skills that it takes to do that, to be a DJ?
I think there's a few things. So whenever I'm talking to people about, you know, how to DJ and how to DJ effectively, because in my humble opinion, anyone can technically DJ. You can pull up, you can put a USB in, and you can just hit the play button, right? And you can turn down the faders. Like, great. Anyone can do that. But to DJ effectively, there's a few things that come into play. And you mentioned a couple of them. So one of them is knowing your music library like the back of your hand. So just knowing the songs that you're playing. I know people who definitely pull in tracks just because they're in pools or whatever, but like these need to be songs that you are actively listening to. You understand the structure of them. You understand how you feel when you listen to them. And so just, really knowing them inside and out. The next thing would be understanding the way that an audience is going to react to it. So for me, whenever I'm DJing, I try to like double, if not triple the crowd's energy so that I can get a sense of where they're at. Right. So like, you know, if I'm like, you know, dancing super hard, whatever, like, and I'm starting to feel tired, maybe we need a cool down soon. Right. So then I'm going to think about, okay, cool. How can I kind of move this into maybe a verse section where people can like sing along and chill for a sec, or, you know, maybe move this into some sort of a breakdown or whatever. So kind of like always thinking about that. And then, I mean, aside from that, it's just like practicing any other instrument. Like it just takes time and it just takes practice. And it does take practice knowing your library and knowing how different songs work with one another. Because I don't know, to me, transitions are a huge part of DJing, and it's really necessary to know. I don't know, because that's where the energy flows. You know, it's just so important to understand, how different songs are going to react with one another.
Yeah, and plus, like working with the equipment too, because like if it's a lot of times when you're doing a set, you're in the dark. It's dark and you can't see very well, and
you gotta
it takes a lot of practice. It's something that you guys make look really easy. Yeah.